This is a big war. This thing has gotten uglier and uglier. You're aware about what's happened in the last 2 weeks. The fact that the Big Ten was made aware that a Michigan staffer had purchased tickets to scout 35 different Big Ten games over 3 years, shot video from the stands or on the sideline in those games of opposing teams, signals, teams that Michigan was going to wind up playing. He has been fired from that job now. Michigan is under investigation. And then out of nowhere, middle of this past week, comes word that 3 other schools have now been implicated in stealing signals, Michigan signals.
Oh.
A former staffer at another school has presented evidence with spreadsheets and everything to the Big Ten that Ohio State, Purdue, and Rutgers collaborated together to steal Michigan signals last season.
Really?
Now the Big Ten has just not the scandal in Ann Arbor, which went on for 3 years when they were 33-3. Now they got insinuations that there's scandals that Ohio State did it and Rutgers did it and Purdue did it against Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an intriguing story. On top of that, the Big Ten interviewed all the football coaches in the conference, all the ADs in the conference. They all demanded immediate disciplinary action against Harbaugh. Michigan, yesterday, actually last night, released a statement that the Big Ten has overstepped its bounds, that Tony Petitti, the new commissioner, does not have the right to intervene in Michigan's football season. This is an NCAA thing. This is not a Big Ten issue. The Big Ten's response is the head coach, it's called bylaw 11.11. The head coach is responsible for the actions of any staffer in the football program.
Yeah.
Including that guy who was caught videotaping, who has since been fired. So Tony Petitti is of the opinion, I do have the right to discipline them. What I think is going to happen, and it's going to be followed by an injunction. Michigan is going to go to court and seek a restraining order against the Big Ten. I think what's going to happen is they are going to suspend Harbaugh indefinitely. Rest of the season for whatever's left there, that includes the Ohio State game, and obviously the college football players. I don't think they're going to sanction the football team itself, but I think they're going to go after Harbaugh. And a week from now, we're going to be, do we have any lawyers here who are friends of ours? We need a lawyer here to sit at the table. A week from now, their Big Ten is going to be hit with an injunction that Michigan's going to get saying you've overstepped your boundaries. This is an NCAA issue. So who controls the discipline on Harbaugh? Because it's Harbaugh's program, Harbaugh's people. And that bylaw says coach responsible for every staffer in that program.
Yeah, of course he's responsible. And of course the Big Ten should be able to take action because it's their conference. When I first heard about this story, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I just thought guys were going, watching the games, probably watching the coaching staff. But when they brought in all the technology, then I went, okay, you crossed the line now.
Oh, now you found your scruples.
Yeah, well,
on Monday on the bonus podcast, you said I was full of crap.
Well, yeah, but I'm learning more about this. So, yeah, so at least they weren't banging on trash cans, but they came close to that. It's not, that's going beyond, sportsmanship. That's really undermining the whole thing. The Big Ten likes to pride themselves on being very proud, integrity, and this great brand of a Big Ten, which has more than 10 teams, which is kind of crazy. And it just seems silly that this is coming out, it's just undermining their reputation. So if Harbaugh gets ejected, what more perfect place to go than the Raiders? It's just like all the bad boys.
Connecting the dots, aren't you?
Yes.
I guarantee you that this will be a topic in the next Monday bonus podcast. You're a college football fan. Hey, Fans Forum is open. Your reaction, Big Ten, NCAA, who has the right to discipline Jim Harbaugh? Does Harbaugh deserve to get fired? You tell me. Because remember, there's a sidebar story. Harbaugh is still under investigation for the COVID recruiting violations and the shutdown in 2020.
That was the hamburger thing, right?
No, that was making contact with recruits.
Okay.
During what was supposed to be the COVID blackout period.
Right, but I think he got people over and they met and had a hamburger. At least that's how I thought the story went.
Okay, we go from that. We got an